Well, I think it's official that I've been working on the house way too long and the property, because apparently I'm not a mechanic anymore, because that right there has been kicking my butt for way too long. Been on and off it, trying different things, and it is just absolutely kicking my butt. And as some of you know, it died on me and left me stranded on the highway, and then it died on me probably 2 more times before I got the good scanner, and then since then it won't die, and it's been smoking like a locomotive and getting fed up with it. So I think today I'm going to, because I've already spent half the day on it today, so I'm going to take the afternoon, it's nice and sunny out, and I'm going to address some of this. This is where I took down all those trees. Well, my friend Ken and his buddy took down the trees, and we processed them down, got the guy to pick up some of the lumber. I mean, not the lumber, but some of the wood from it all. And by the time he picked all the good wood up, we got snow and everything froze. So I hadn't addressed any of the brush piles from it. So I think I'm gonna work on trying to clear up some of this. Those brush piles there, those are all from these trees. And kind of work on clearing up this whole area. And yeah, that was the last of the pine stuff from cutting the bottoms of those trees. I had 1 load left to get out back, and the yard was getting mushy, so I dropped it, and that was the same time that it started snowing. And yeah, still a lot of cleanup to do, so we'll get to it. And also the other day, me and Chris ripped the furnaces out of the basement, so we got those sitting over there too. So now I got to pick a spot to start collecting metal where I don't have to look at it. I want to get enough together where it's worth making a trip, because I have my buddy's dump trailer there. So I'll probably make a metal pile somewhere, and then once I think I have enough, load that up, take it in myself this time. See what happens. But I'm going to first start with just loading up the tractor, get Mr. Ferguson up and going. He hasn't been used in a little while. And stop poking around. See what happens. Well, that didn't take long. I was telling a friend recently that everything's kind of going wrong lately. It's like I was on a good spell where, like, hammer down, all things, getting everything done, all the curveballs, handling them, no problems. It seems like everything's piling up at once. Mr. Ferguson's stuck between gears, and my normal method won't free it up now. Just going to pull it out and start with the yard work. But also, while I was in the garage, and I think I mentioned it in that hater video that I put up, that had I had not taken care of this house as much as I did, it would have collapsed this winter because we got a ton of snow. Well, this garage roof, I was roof raking as much of the material off the roof as I could get to safely without climbing on the roof because it wasn't safe. And we had already jacked up one section of the roof. So we had already jacked this where it was super low before. And we got that jacked. And we got straps running side to side and all that stuff. And I hopped in Mr. Ferguson. Look at that nice crack. That wasn't there. So yeah, that's a substantial, I mean, there's obviously that, but I think I'm going to have to brace that up. The garage is going to come down, but I want to push it down when the time comes. I don't want it to collapse right now because this side is reasonably dry for me to keep Mr. Ferguson in. And then I can keep the race car over there, like just out of the rain basically. The thing's beat to crap. But at least it's not an eyesore for the yard. But anyway, I'm going to work on getting this jacked. And see, I think there's a board directly in the way. Yeah. Yeah, so we got this hokey 2x4 going forward. Doesn't look like it's really attached to anything. Might just be resting up there. Maybe I can just kind of push that to the side a little bit. But I got to get something up there, even if it's crooked, taking a little bit of the load. As usual, curveballs, one after another. I got to get back in my groove. This is defeating lately. But let's do this and see what happens after that. Alright, we'll do this on regular video. Let's see if something fun happens. You can all tell me that you told me so about wearing a hard hat. So I got everything cut. So I think the length needs to be, I go right behind these brackets. I think I might be able to squeeze on the far side of this and wedge it into place. So it might be about where I need to be. And this, screwed on some boards hanging on each side, so that beam is going to rest on this beam all the way down. If it works out as planned. I'll rest that up there on that sketchiness there. Bring it up over here. Yeah, like so. Too tall. Think I got enough adjustment out of this? Come on. Oh, but let's go as straight as I can get that. This can hold more. That looks pretty straight there. Looks like my heights of my boards are good. So not, yeah, my little support boards on the sides. I just wanted to make sure those weren't too long hitting the roofing material, which they don't appear to be. Okay, no touching. Looks reasonably straight that way. Oh, what an eyeball. No, it's damn straight that way. Alright. And as usual, when I'm doing sketchy stuff, somebody finds this, post it to my Charlie Does It YouTube channel, so everybody knows what happened. I want people to think I left them hanging. There you go, that's pretty good. That's good enough for now, anyway. Yeah, she's stable. I don't want to get greedy and start jacking unless I have somebody here, but that brought it up a good amount. That big gap is closed in for the most part. See it a little bit. I think that's good. It's good enough for that. At least I know it's not going to directly fall on me. Now I got two supports in the middle. Let's see what happens. But let's try with Mr. Ferguson, see if I can get it out of stuck between gears. If not, I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. Mr. Ferguson and Mr. Silverado can kiss my behind today. Mr. Ferguson doesn't want to pop out of gear. I mean, doesn't want to pop free the transmission. It's worked a million times. Like, literally, not a million, but hundreds of times. Every time. You just put the bucket down, give it a wiggle, and she pops right out. I think today is just fighting me across the board with everything. So, I don't know. I'm going to shut the camera down. And, I don't know. Maybe it's a car day. I do have a new battery for the Wagoneer. The weather's clearing up. I think I'm going to put the battery in that. Run that a little bit. And just, I don't know. Maybe I'll mess around with the Caddo here. I started cleaning the driver's fender the other day. I was out here doing some other stuff. I was like, oh, let me try a little clay bar and whatnot to clear the compound and stuff off that the guy had. Maybe I'll work on this some more. I don't know. Getting fed up. I need progress. I need things to work. And yeah, I got burnt up all my good luck. What did I do? Did I kick somebody? Did I kick a homeless nun or something like that? Like, I don't know what happened, but I must have done something wrong. Things are falling apart lately. But either way, I'm going to keep trying to push through and do something. Well, it's literally been 2 minutes. And I just walked over and stared at Mr. Ferguson for a minute. I didn't call him any names or anything, but I was thinking about it. And I was just saying, what the heck? And then I grabbed the tire and started rocking the tire. So I started doing this, rocking it back and forth. And I started doing that as fast as I could by hand. That's what I was doing with the bucket. So I was able to do it a little faster by hand. And it still wouldn't go. And then I stepped away and I was like, wait a minute. It was in 4th gear. So I moved it over to 1st gear. So maybe it would have a little more torque on it. And I literally grabbed it, rocked it twice, and grabbed the handle, and it popped out. So now, it's fully free. Neutral. We got drive. And we got reverse. So I guess the moral of the story is don't give up too soon. Defeated as I feel. I may still give up for the day. Maybe it's a sign to not mess around with Mr. Ferguson today. I'll still put the battery in the Jeep. I'm just going to sidetrack today. We'll start tomorrow fresh. It's already getting late in the day. It would be nice to have a whole day in the yard to clear all that debris. So we'll continue this video tomorrow. But we kept the garage from falling down. We got Mr. Ferguson out. I got an extra 5 gallons of gas for the truck because that was pinned on empty because I've been running it in the driveway for days and days on end. And I don't dare drive it down the road without somebody following me. So I got gas for that. Got gas for the weed whackers and lawnmowers. Got a battery on the charger. And made a plan for Outback. And so on. So we got something done today. But I'll just tie this into tomorrow's video, so don't stop watching. We'll continue on tomorrow. Alright, so resume where we left off yesterday. I put the battery in the Jeep, ran that for a while. That all seems great, and even found out the inspection sticker is still good for another 2 months. So we'll consider that a win. And I ended up buffing one whole side of the caddy here. And it came out reasonably well for how messed up it was. It's all caved in right here, but there's all paint stuck everywhere. You can see that's all cracked off paint. But I mean, for how bad it was, not too bad. So that was me recharging yesterday, getting my mind right, playing with cars. That's what I love. So I got a few hours in the day yesterday doing that, so now I got Mr. Ferguson warming up in there, and we're gonna get some of this yard work. Wish me luck, I can get going and get a groove on, because I want to clean up all that brush, and if there's enough time in the day, I want to see about moving these rocks somewhere out back for now, so I'm not looking at them in the front yard until I have time to deal with them somewhere. I don't know how late I'm working, depends on when my brother gets out of work. He's over in Boston, he's an hour and a half from me, but he has pretty much the identical truck, just silver, and I guess he doesn't need it. He's got a Camry he drives all the time, and he's gonna let me borrow it while this thing's down so I can focus on the house a little bit and not stress out too much about that. So enough about that, let's get to work and let's start refreshing where we're starting today. So we're gonna start all right in here. All kinds of brush removal. And the ticks are already out this year, so I'm gonna spray myself down. Let's see what happens. Last little check-in. I did invest in a little silly umbrella thing to hopefully keep some of the glare out of the camera for you guys and keep the camera from overheating when I'm out here in the sun like this. So hopefully it works out some, and this will be great for when I'm actually working in the rain. I can not worry about my phone getting fried or not recording at all because it is raining. So little tiny investment. Hopefully it doesn't pull on the camera mount and make it wobble or anything weird like that. So let's see how she works out today. Yeah, she just got stuck between gears again. Tried rocking the tire and everything. I was taking the board off, the plywood off the forks anyway. Once I took those off, got them dug in the ground, it popped free. So I'm going to see if all those branches are nested together good enough where I can just stab them with the forks and get a good bundle each time rather than trying to pull them out and stack them. It may look like I'm struggling because I will be struggling most likely, but let's see if we can do it with the minimal amount of hands-on work we can. See what happens. Well, I say things just keep going wrong. Tractor got stuck in gear a couple of times. This last time got stuck in gear, and I wanted to move the forks also. So I wrestled with it a bit, and I got out to slide the forks in closer because a bunch of the logs I'm grabbing are too narrow for how wide the forks were. And maybe it got stuck in gear to tell me something, because it is it's leaking pretty bad. So I just kind of rushed over here to get it in the garage. I made a hokey little hold up for the bucket. I'm gonna put this steel post in the other side, but yeah, she's leaking back up there again. Looks like that metal line up there this time. So yeah, so just another thing going wrong. It is what it is. So I'm gonna get some sawdust down here on this mess and see if I can see what it is. I'm hoping just the fitting came loose on the end, and it's not that because it's like a stainless line, like a hot made line. I hope the line's not cracked. If it's cracked, that's no fun. It's just loose. I'll be back in business in a few minutes. So I'm gonna grab some water, do some cleanup so I can roll around on the floor here, and let's see what we got. Wish me luck. I think I need it lately. Well, I got Mr. Ferguson taken apart. This thing was miserable. If you remember that last line that I had to deal with, that was kind of miserable. This was behind that and behind the other line that's back there. But that's it there, and you won't be able to tell on camera, but there is the tiniest crack up in that bottom edge. I don't know if you'll be able to see it inside or not. Nope, I'm just wasting your time. But yeah, basically this got a tiny little fracture right at the back edge of there. So I'm gonna have to see about getting another one made up. I don't know the area. I don't know who to go to. I'll probably make a couple of calls, see if somebody can make it. I guess worst case scenario, I might be able to get a regular hydraulic line that would fit for this, and just wrap it really good where it goes through the frame and stuff like that so it can't chafe. And it might be okay, and replace it later on. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Wish me luck. I need a break on this. Well, another defeated day. So I'm not going to end this one just yet. We'll tie this one into tomorrow's video, hopefully. So you'll end up getting 3 days in one. It'll probably still end up being a short video. But I got that line out and everything, as you saw. And then I researched, and I couldn't find anywhere that would make a steel hydraulic line that I was going to be able to make it to before they closed. So I went to Tractor Supply, see if I could just make a hokey one out of just a regular hydraulic line with some adapter fittings and stuff like that. They didn't have it. So I don't know if my tractor's just weird, metric fittings or something like that. But so far, I haven't had much luck at Tractor Supply for much of the stuff I've needed. Sorry about that. Little bit of everything. Hiccupy, gas, yawning. But anyway, made a little bit of a dent over here. Really not a lot. But that was a substantial mound there. So made a handful of passes, got some of the cut lumber out and way out the back side. And I'll stop back here once I get the tractor going, because like you come down the street and you see the doghouse that I forgot to crush and put in the dumpster. So I'm just going to hide it out back until I have another dumpster here, those couple of things. And then you see all of this debris and all that brush. So my next stage is I want all of this cleared all the way over to that fence line and all the way down and around the back of the house. So every time I come back, it just looks like trash. And for how much the neighbors have tolerated with how bad this place has been for so long, I just want to keep showing improvement and just let them know I'm still moving. I'm still making progress here. But anyway, wish me luck. I can get somebody in the morning to get that done pretty quick, and then I can spend a good part of the day tomorrow clearing more of the yard, because I think next week we have some rain coming. Tomorrow's Friday, and I really want to get it done before the yard gets saturated, because it is April. April showers bring May flowers, and I want to get it done before the yard gets soggy with the rain, and the rain starts feeding everything starts growing. So hopefully I can get it done tomorrow. Let's see what happens. We'll check back in shortly.